Wish I could save us from this. Listen to Domino's page.
Champions, the fabulous Freebirds!
So this is the worst version of the Freebirds ever. They've got Big Daddy Dink for no reason, walking around giving nabes to DDP. DDP is the tallest person in the ring, but he's the manager. He's got on the Paula Abdul headset. He's got a couple of girls out here who ran through a whole case of Aquanet, and he's barking at them on mic and cuts off Gary Michael Capetta's entrance so he can do it. And Gary was introducing the Freebirds here as the greatest rock and roll band in the world. And that's Jimmy Jam Garvin and Michael P.S. Hayes. And by the way, Michael Hayes is committed to the idea that to be a good dancer, all you do is just wiggle your hips back and forth and point at somebody with both fingers. If you can do finger guns and point at somebody with both fingers, you're really cutting a rug. The Freebird School of Dance. You know what I just realized? Look at Michael Hayes' sunglasses. Joey Janela is ripping off Michael Hayes from 1991, and we didn't even know it.
Holy shit. You're right. Motherfucking rip off Joey Janela.
Look at him. He was, even back then, he was wearing the yoga headset. I'm going to take this bitch in the back and teach her some downward facing dog. Good God.
You know what? I'm not so sure, but I think that girl that was walking out with Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah.
Was Michael's ex-wife, isn't it?
Yep.
Or his wife at that time, right?
Yep.
Yeah. See, because I went to their wedding. I should know this. And I went on the Bruise Cruise with them as well.
The Bruise Cruise.
I did. I went on the Bruise Cruise with them, Jimmy Jam and their wives, and Lois was there. And you talking about getting fucked up. Whoa. Woo. That was back in the day.
The Bruise Cruise.
Okay. This is for the U.S. Tag Team Championship.
What a fucking turd of a belt that was, too. I love the design, but like, seriously, we had enough tag teams to have a secondary tag title.
Right.
Seems a little dumb.
Well, you know, I thought back in this era that we had some pretty good tag teams. Now I know Doom has split. You had the Horsemen, of course. You had the Steiners. You know, we're going to see Sting and Luger. And I thought we had some great tag teams. So why not a secondary tag team belt to make your World Tag Team Championship mean nothing?
Big Daddy Dink here misses a clothesline, takes it himself, double clothesline. So this is Steve Armstrong here, right?
Yes, it is.
And he's my second favorite young pistol. Big Tracy Smothers mark I am.
Yep. Well, Tracy's a good buddy of ours, and Tracy has done a hell of a job. Oh, hit him in the face, man. Has done a hell of a job of resurrecting his career. Don't you think? I mean, let's think about all the guys who are his age now that have said, I've had enough of it. But Tracy has found a way not to, and to continue to be on the road and continue to be relevant on the independent circuit.
He was 15 years ago and he still is.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I saw that match or this match earlier. And, I got to tell you, one of the worst wrestling moves I've ever seen in my life is Michael Hayes grabbing the top rope and jumping up to drop a foot on Steve, but he did it so gingerly.
Yeah.
Cause he wanted to take care of, I can appreciate you trying to take care of the boys, but if you're going to make it look like slow motion patty cake, how about just, maybe not fucking do it.
Yeah. Here was the thing to this match. So Brad Armstrong jumps in, right? And then they're going to send Brad Armstrong away. Get out of here.
They teased it's going to be a 6-man. They definitely teased even in commentary that it was going to be a 6-man with Big Daddy Dink jumping in for the Freebirds, but obviously the tag belts are on the line, so that can't happen. So they're getting rid of Dink. What did Dink do for WCW? Was he legit just paid to walk to the ring and stand there like a fucking jack off?
He was legit paid to walk to the ring and stand there. I don't think like a jack off. I would never say anything bad about Sir Oliver Humperdinck. I really wouldn't. There are a lot of jack offs standing around in wrestling. There's one of them right there. But I would never say anything bad about Sir Oliver Humperdinck.
Okay, so what did he do? What purpose did he serve in WCW?
He just stood in the ring like a jack off.
I'm not saying that, listen, I know back in the day.
Yeah.
He was doing stuff.
Right.
But my God, this stupid biker gimmick that they got him doing here, he's fucking doing nothing.
Right. Well, again, he's an old Florida guy, right? And a friend of Dusty's.
So there you go.
Yeah.
By the way, we should mention this is at the Bayfront Center.
Right.
And Jim Ross mentioned it right at the top of the show. This is the building where Dusty Rhodes won his first NWA World Heavyweight title when he beat Harley Race in this very building back in 79.
Yeah.
Wearing a robe that I just recently acquired, Roll Tide.
Absolutely. You've sent me the pictures of it, and it is like, to be honest with you, even without Blue Chew, I got a wooding when I saw that.
How about it's still in immaculate shape?
Yeah.
Cause I guess Dusty, he didn't wear robes a lot. So, the Flair ones, they get put through the ringer cause he was doing, 7 matches a week.
Here's something else I want to tell you about this show that reminded me of it being at the Bayfront Center. This was in 1991. First of all, Young Pistols, they did some great shit as a tag team.
So underrated, man.
Yeah.
I wish they would have had a longer run. I think you could go back and watch a lot of their stuff, and I don't know. It still stands up, man. To me, they're like a mixture of the Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express, but they didn't have the longevity, so they'll never be talked about in that regard. But man, if they had a 10-year run, what could have been? You're
right. I agree. Now, again, just to put a place in history of this show, the Rodney King verdict just happened. And we were working in Atlanta during the week, and I was at the TBS studios trying to go down to the CNN Center, back to our offices, and I was told by Turner Security, do not go back downtown because they're having riots, and people are getting beat up. So we left for the Bayfront Center, scared to death. And I remember in the back talking to Dusty, and I said, did you talk to Michelle? Is everything okay? He said, hell yeah, we live in Marietta, not Atlanta. And all of a sudden I felt better. And, but I don't know why it was just during that time, a very turbulent time for our country and a very turbulent time. Look at that. There's Dave Hancock. Our friend Dave Hancock. He's lost a little bit of weight since then, but not much. But a great time to be oh man, how about that?
What a bump.
You're not kidding. That was a good bump.
Tracy Smothers. He's a man.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people would not take that bump now, much less in 91. But you forget, this crazy motherfucker wrestled bears. He ain't scared of no goddamn guardrail.
He talked to us about wrestling bears. Wow.
The fucking crowd shots are just the best.
Yeah. I know. It's white trash Florida. What can I say? Pick up and a slam.
Man, I would do anything to go back and relive my wrestling fandom again from like 88 on.
Yeah.
That's when I first started watching it. So I just have so many fond memories of this era.
Mm-hmm. We were obviously sucking hind tit to the WWF back then, but we had good shit. We really did.
Yeah, some of it's disappointing though. This show on paper looks fucking unreal. Mm-hmm. And there's some disappointing stuff in here.
Yeah, and there's some good stuff too, like the tag team match that we're going to see with Sting and Luger against the Steiners.
Oh, I can't wait to watch it with you because I'm going to shit all over it.
You are?
Yeah.
My recollection, that was a hell of a match. Oh,
yeah. Well, the fucked finish that ruined it all. Okay,
there you. Would that be a dusty finish? Hate to say that, but
no, I don't know. Maybe. Okay. This show, by the way, got 61.6% thumbs up, 28.2% thumbs down, 10.2% thumbs in the middle. The best match, it was a runaway. 217 votes for Sting and Luger versus the Steiners. Only 14 votes for Flair Fujinami. That's second place. The worst match, no surprise here, Elegante versus Sid Vicious.
In a stretcher match. Yikes. All right, so some pretty good bumps here and a good standing sidekick. Michael had his left-handed cross that Tracy really sold. And now here comes Steve Armstrong. Whoa, how about that?
I'm pretty sure this is the Michael Hayes is wearing the outfit that they made his action figure in.
Michael has an action figure?
Yeah. Galoob made an action figure for him, and I'm pretty sure it's this colorway.
And as soon as you took it out of the package, it took more bumps than Michael ever took in his life. Whoa, yeah. Face first now.
It's very, very similar. I'm looking at my action figure now. I actually have it in my studio.
Oh, very cool, man. Tracy up. Oh, missed. They both fucking missed.
Boy, this fucking action figure has a lot more muscles than the one I'm looking at on TV.
Yeah. So does the referee. Oh, and face first now, outside. Now we're gonna see Brad Armstrong return here as the newest Freebird, feathers and all, and then of course feathers will be everywhere. I think they called him, if I'm right, Fantasia.
That's right. Which was a nickname that Dusty Rhodes gave Michael PSAs.
Okay, that's pretty good little trivia right there.
Off the top.
See, that was back before off the top double splash to the floor was fashionable, unless you were Mexican.
Unless you were Mexican.
Unless you were a Mexican wrestler, you didn't do that much in the United States.
Had a request recently for us on Patreon to watch some Lucha Libre.
Ooh.
I think you calling some Lucha would be fun.
Do I need to call it in Spanish?
Can you roll your R's? All right. First of all, you should swallow that spit, you gross motherfucker. Secondly, that is the worst Chewbacca impression I've ever heard.
Whoa! Down goes the referee. We got a referee bump in the first match.
That was a real. Oh my God!
Here comes Brad Armstrong back. Fantasia.
And he makes a weird noise too. Listen to this.
Whoever this guy is, the feathers are flying. He came right off the top rope. He's got him hooked. And a DDT from the second turnbuckle.
Look at this. He's got two of them. Who is this guy?
A referee is down. A pair of DDTs.
He's leaving the.
I don't know why, but him just getting on one knee and going, ah, always fucking crack me up. And the ring is covered in feathers, and Michael Hayes gets the cover on Tracy Smothers. 1, 2, 3. Your United States Tag Champs. Hey, the heels won, you dumb shit. Quit jumping up and down. You're celebrating the wrong thing.
Back then the cameraman, unless it was Jackie Crockett, a cameraman would say cheer, and they would do whatever the cameraman would say. And the cameraman, they didn't know the difference. Some of those Turner people between heels and baby faces. But here's the replay once again. Super brawl, tracking is bad, and over the top, big elbow from Tracy Smothers. Come on, let's do this. Bring his ass in the ring. And now, referee bump. And here comes Fantasia. Dressed up as a bird, right? A free bird.
What do you like better? Arachnaman or Fantasia?
I like Arachnaman. That was a cartoon character to me. That was a comic book guy. And you know how I am about comics.
So let me be clear.
Okay.
They tried him as the goddamn Candyman, and now they're going to put feathers on him.
Right.
Fucking Brad Armstrong was fucking Jim Herd's wife. It took me a long time to figure it out, but that's the deal, Lucille.
If we would have given you a good spot, would you have fucked the promoter's wife? Yes. Not to say that I did.
I mean, you were there a long time.
No.